WJBF Live Viper 6 showing dry conditions in the CSRA this evening. After a few sprinkles a little while ago in portions of Aiken and Bamberg counties, those are long gone. You're watching WJBF News Channel 6, where you get your most accurate forecast first. And we're looking for temperatures to start off in the upper 60s when you wake up tomorrow morning with mostly cloudy skies.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 11, commissioners in Columbia County trying to settle the dispute between neighbors and a developer as a project gets set to begin.
Plus, an update on the pipeline shutdown, how much gas is available in our area, and where you can find the cheapest gas.
And the latest from Tulsa, Oklahoma, after the shooting death of an unarmed black man during a traffic stop. News Channel 6 at 11 starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Hey everybody, I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Kimberly Scott. Jenny Montgomery is on assignment. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
We do appreciate it. And new at 11, protests in Charlotte tonight after a deadly shooting involving a police officer. You're looking live now at images from the Queen City, just 2.5 hours from Augusta. We have been seeing protesters throughout the night. Right now, a large law enforcement presence there after investigators say an officer shot and killed an armed man while searching for a person with an outstanding warrant. Police say he approached them, again armed. The victim's daughter says her dad was not armed, but was disabled and afraid of the officers. Both the officer and the man shot and killed are African American. We'll stay on this, and of course, we will continue to update you throughout the night and on Good Morning Augusta and Good Morning America. Well, now to a controversy in Columbia County where people living along Hardy McManus Road are upset about a neighborhood that is being developed, and tonight the neighbors and the people in charge of the development went head to head as local leaders tried to decide the next step. News Channel 6's Ashley Doss joining us live now in the studio with the story.
Residents along Hardy McManus Road will have to continue to deal with excessive traffic as housing developers plan to move forward with the building of a new subdivision. Columbia County homeowners are not giving up the fight against the proposed rezoning of a new subdivision along Hardy McManus Road. Because of growth in the area, traffic along the road has caused major safety concerns for residents.
Oh yes, it's still a challenge getting out of the neighborhood at peak hours, and still safety concerns doing so. We just do that very carefully and understand that it can be very risky intersections.
Columbia County commissioners requested that a traffic study be conducted before they could approve additional development. The results indicated that if improvements were made, such as adding additional turning lanes, it would improve traffic and safety conditions on the road.
Yeah, we had actually proposed to do those lanes, and we will definitely put in those turn lanes and when we move forward with the development.
A plan that developer Matt Mills says is set to begin within the next 6 months, but it's a time frame that Stratford resident Stacy Lewis says is too soon.
We likely will see the development come. We just want to make sure that our commissioners are hearing our concerns about getting ahead of the growth for the road, and I think that they did.
Because of those concerns, the developer made a request to withdraw the application for rezoning. Commissioners asked for 2 entrances and exits to the proposed subdivision, but Mills said it was financially unfeasible.
We're still going to work with them and see if we can come to terms in a way to live up to some of those conditions. At the same time, the property is already zoned, it can be developed, and so our intention is to move forward.
Commissioners making a motion to approve his request to withdraw his application. Any further plans to revisit his request would have to be presented to the Planning Committee. Back to you.
Thanks, Ashley. And speaking of Columbia County, it could soon be getting a little greener. A proposal to expand the 1-mile-long Uchee Creek Greenway in Grovetown by 27.5 miles could be put into action within the year. The project would cost less than $21 million and take less than 10 years to build. The Columbia County Planning Director says he sees a positive response to the idea of expanding the Greenway.
I am optimistic that the referendum will happen in November. I think the projects we've got on the ballot are good projects for the county. This one especially. We've heard nothing but positive feedback about this project, so I know that's going to help.
The referendum on the project will be on the ballot November the 8th.
Well, Augusta city leaders are approving a $250,000 master plan for the recreation department. It recommends $75 million worth of work, most of it focusing on improving the maintenance at the city's existing parks instead of creating new ones.
We would hope they would embrace it as a big blueprint, but we understand that they want to know what's going on in their parks, and that's one of the things we heard throughout the surveys and all is people are interested in their neighborhood parks. So that will be up toward the top of our priority list as we start to implement the plan.
Well, you heard about the Greenway expansion in Columbia County. According to the master plan, the #1 activity that Richmond County residents wanted for the park system, an increase in walking and biking trails.
Payne College will keep its accreditation thanks to a move by the court. Tonight, the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools will grant preliminary reinstatement of accreditation to Payne on a probationary status. That means all prior orders of revoked accreditation are officially removed. This is in reaction to a federal judge granting Payne an injunction to keep its accreditation for the time being.
All right, so what's going on with our gas situation? We will update you on the Colonial Pipeline with information that's been coming in all day, where we've learned the company has completed its bypass after that gas leak earlier this month. That pipeline provides fuel all across the southeast. The main gas line should be back up and running tomorrow. And once that happens, Colonial says it'll still take a few days for the fuel delivery supply chain to get back to normal. And we checked some of the lowest prices gas-wise here in the CSRA. From GasBuddy.com, one of the cheapest service stations, Sam's in Augusta, $1.86 for a gallon of regular. On the South Carolina side, Kroger in North Augusta has one of the lowest prices, $1.98 per gallon there. The average in Georgia is $2.37, South Carolina statewide average $2.07 per gallon.
And it's been a warm day in Georgia, Carolina. Our News Channel 6 storm spotters reporting highs in the mid to upper 80s. Doug and Martinez reporting 88 degrees. Melinda in North Augusta, a high of 86. And Rhonda in Hepzibah reporting 88 degrees. Here's a look at our Jiffy Lube Skyview Network camera looking at the intersection of Wrightsboro and Augusta West Parkway. Looking good tonight. No rain around the metro area right now. We did have a few sprinkles moving through portions of Aiken and Bamberg counties a little earlier this evening, but those are long gone. And not much rain to look forward to during the overnight. A slim chance of a shower. 76 in Appling right now. It's 70 degrees at Augusta Regional Airport, 73 in New Ellington, and 72 degrees currently in Aiken. So here's what we can expect as we head into the morning at 7 a.m., 68 degrees, and we'll see gradually increasing rain chances as we head into the afternoon.
Coverage you can count on continues tonight with new questions and multiple investigations into the officer-involved shooting that killed an unarmed black man in Oklahoma.
And now the officer who fired that deadly shot telling her side of the story. Lauren Lister has more.
Traffic, I've got a subject who won't show me his hands.
Police video shows Terrence Crutcher walking with his hands up, then shot dead by police, all apparently starting with car trouble. The officer that killed Terrence Crutcher, Betty Shelby, now telling her side.
She wants the Crutcher family to know that she meant no ill will. This was not something that was done out of hate or anger.
Through her attorney, Shelby says Crutcher ignored repeated commands in the minutes before these videos begin, saying he appeared to be under the influence of drugs.
She's screaming at him, stop, stop, stop. He walks up to the window, faces the SUV, and then looks at her. And then his left hand goes into the car window, and that's when she fired her shot.
But attorneys for Crutcher's family refuting a key claim.
The window was up, so how could he be reaching into the car if the window is up and there's blood on the glass?
Tulsa police tells ABC News investigators found what they believe is PCP in Crutcher's car. Crutcher's attorneys accuse police of trying to demonize an unarmed victim.
It appears to be excessive. Police officers can only use deadly force if there is a danger to that officer's life or to the community.
And tests of the substance police found in Crutcher's car are not yet complete. While the investigations are ongoing, local leaders are asking for calm in Tulsa. Lauren Lister, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All back home, an attempted traffic stop in Richmond County turned into a two-state chase. Deputies tried to pull over 22-year-old Jacob Craven on I-20 at Washington Road. That was about 1 o'clock this afternoon. He didn't stop, they tell us, so the crime suppression team followed Craven into South Carolina. The sheriff's office says eventually they had to use a taser. They say there were no injuries to property or people. Investigators say Craven did have an outstanding warrant for meth distribution in Richmond County.
The Richmond County Sheriff's Office, they are looking for an armed robbery suspect tonight. They say the man right there you see on your screen robbed the Pack and Go on Olive Road about 7 this morning. He's around 5'10", weighs about 150 pounds. He was last seen running towards the back of the store along Wharton Drive. If you recognize him, call the Richmond County Sheriff's Office.
All right, a look ahead to some road closures during your Wednesday morning commute, beginning with crews lowering water valve boxes and sewer manhole covers on Columbia Road. Why do we care? Well, because some lanes are going to be closed from Bel Air to Washington. That work is going to last until next Friday. They're getting set to resurface that stretch.
If you take Deans Bridge Road, you need to listen up. Tomorrow, the geotechnical firm will be performing pavement evaluations. It's along Deans Bridge Road, running from Tobacco Road to Meadowbrook Drive between 9 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Temporary lane closures will take place during that time.
Well, Fort Gordon's brand new general has some encouraging words for Augusta city leaders.
Why he's saying the city needs to improve its curb appeal. That's after the break.
And rain chances continue to be in the forecast. Meanwhile, it stays muggy and we're tracking a new tropical storm. Details on that coming up.